So another question I've had is, how would a Wing Chun fighter deal with the ground situation, with a ground fighter, or how would they use their Wing Chun on the ground, or how would they defend, the ground situation, the takedown situation? I mean, it's a very complicated question. I've just this year released my online platform, a training course on grappling survival. I think that's about 16 modules. There's 180 lessons. Okay, I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, and as part of my normal training teaching. So I understand grappling very well. The reason I started Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling was really because because I love Wing Chun. That's my main martial art. That's the one that I see myself as being very good at as such. Every martial art I train in, I try to do my best. So in Jiu-Jitsu, obviously I've eventually achieved the black belt, which is obviously a good level for grappling. I see my Wing Chun to be a much higher level than my Jiu-Jitsu, but what I did Jiu-Jitsu for is firstly to learn what was the attack, what's happening. If you don't know the environment and you don't know what you're being attacked with, then it's really hard to defend it. I mean, there's no martial art that can say safely that they know all the answers straight off the bat, So it's very difficult to problem solve something when you're in trouble. If something's coming at you and you've never seen it before, it can be a problem. I mean, the first time, it's like in Jiu-Jitsu, for example, there's always new techniques being developed. And you'll see guys in competition pull this new technique off and win, do really well. And then that technique will never work again because everybody else has now learned how to defend it, know what's coming. It doesn't work anymore, right? Doesn't mean the technique's bad. Technique can be really good. If you do it on someone on a lower level or someone who doesn't know it, it's still going to work. But once everybody knows the answer to it and solve that puzzle, then often some techniques become out of vogue again because they're not easy to do on someone who's good basics, right? So your Wing Chun could be excellent, could be awesome, but if you don't understand what's attacking you and you don't understand how to deal with it, it's still not going to work, right? So it's really important to understand what is a grappler looking to do. What's their strategy? Okay, so because to have your strategy and your game plan, you need to know what you're game planning for. You can't game plan against something you don't know. What you can do if you're going to a fight situation and you don't know your opponent, you just got to be good at all your things and be prepared. And that's a tough fight because you just don't know what's going to happen, right? After one round, then you start to think, okay, I can see the game. I know what I need to do. But that one round, you might lose and you might be finished. That round, you might be lucky and you might get through it and then you know what to do. Or you might realise that you're outgunned completely and that's going to be a tough one, right? Okay, so the best thing for preparation for game plan is to learn what are the things a grappler will do and how does your Wing Chun deal with that? I mean, what I've done in my course, for example, is used all the different Wing Chun principles to deal with all the grappling attacks. So that way you can see the direct connection with how your Wing Chun will work. I don't think many people, without knowing that, would deal well with a grappler. Okay, my guys, when they first started fighting years ago, we didn't have big grappling skill. We had very basic grappling skill 15, 20 years ago. So it was more difficult, but we did it on purpose because we want to see how did our Wing Chun stand up in that environment, and we won multiple amateur titles and started to win professional MMA fights with a mediocre level of grappling. But our Wing Chun was very good, our striking was very good, our conditioning was very good, our basic understanding of the environment was good. We understood what they were going to try and do. We had worked out what we were going to do against it, right? Okay, so we had really worked out a game plan. Since then, since we've learnt more jiu-jitsu and more wrestling and I've become good at that, obviously we're better to refine it, make it much more sophisticated and make it easier, okay? Because sometimes you can have 1,000 ways to do things, but when you know them 1,000 ways, you can choose the one you want very quickly, right? You don't have to think about it. You're not scurrying around looking for answers, right? So sometimes, people talk about simplicity. Simplicity doesn't come from not knowing very much, right? It comes from knowing a lot, and then you can make a simple choice because you have an informed choice. Okay, so you need to know a lot before you can make that simple choice. So my advice is to have a look at my course, and it's a fantastic course. And with my online platform, I'm always adding to it. So when people ask me questions, I add new things to it. And if you want to look at that course and you're not sure about it, then just give me an email. Reach out to me and I'll talk to you all about it because I'm so passionate about it. Because I mean, for me, Wing Chun is my main art. That's the art that I love. The reason I did that course is it makes me sick to see Wing Chun guys get taken down so easy because they're doing a completely wrong thing. They can't apply their art because they don't understand what the attack is, right? So game plan is number one, right? It's really important. You must know how to deal with your opponent, okay? But you need to have the right tools.